What's poppin', people? Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, welcome to the channel. EX9 has begun, so let's dive in to see how it runs.
Yeah, we're mixing things up. Yeah, we'll have the wife intro for no reason. Yeah, so we're in the Evo Cup, so this is not regular locals. First thing of locals is going to be next week. We're going to sprinkling in footage from here. So we got V1, V2 Omni versus Wind Guardians. So I think this is mostly like green base Wind Guardians. I don't think it's like full multicolor, but I guess we'll see. The Jade Memory Boost in the back, revealing a lot of the new stuff, but we get to start of main training with the Analog, and then Analog sees himself. So the youth of today, Bandai wants you to believe that they printed this as a 3-cost card, but it's actually a 2-cost card. So we get to start of main train, and then Analog Youth. And then we're going to training. Okay, now we're going to evolve for reduced cost. With the evolve for reduced cost while swinging. So we do swing in the body and do lose it. Then we're going to play the Gabumon in order to search. And that's going to be the pickup of the I think he's version 2. We're going to get the suspension though with the Cherry. And then we probably could just swing over the Gabu. There's no real reason to not swing over it. But I guess you could also play, yep, Wind Guardians gives everything Vortex, which means we can then swing over the body. And then we get Piercing 1, and we're just about big enough thanks to the Inherit. So we do swing 8 over 7. And doesn't training in the back, which is a bit unfortunate. So we found out she didn't realize that you could training in the back. Obviously, you know, these cards have been out for, at the time of recording, it was 3 days. So yeah, training in the back is kind of like the main gimmick of it. So we can start seeing much bigger stacks in future, but for this one, definitely playing a little bit restricted. I'm gonna go with the Griffin, doing the full combos. We go into Terapia, and then Terapia goes into the Hydramon. We're still at 0, so we don't even have to end of turn DNA. We can just raw dog the DNA. And then make Cernu, so the goat has arrived. We get the free play body out. It is only 1, but I mean, when you have alliance for the Dos Checarino, you're looking pretty good. Just gonna go for the Jade Memory Boost. Doesn't need to go for the Terriermon or anything like that. Definitely feels like we're largely just green base here, with a couple of blue pieces splashed in for extra draw power. But ultimately, yeah, there seems to be mostly green package. If we push out, we could maybe get this one off to a decent start. Like 3 memory is not bad, especially because you get to Analog. No extra memory though, of course, because the Analog Youth got suspended. Gonna play the Agumon, and there you see the Alter S and an Analog Man. Let me get the load up as well with the Agumon. Well, I think we're a little bit shy of the memory needed, so we're just gonna slam the Blitzgreymon, which will get the D-Digivolve. That's a big D-Digivolve. 3 off of an on-play is crazy. And now I guess the... So, I believe she's on Omni Ace. So, that could be the surprise, but it's also possible we just get the removal before it comes down. We're going to see a second Kiwimon out. Suspension on the Greymon, and then could attempt to try and swing the last. Going to swing Hippogriff, going to go into the Terapia, is going to get the suspension, is going to get the lock on the Blitzgray, then go into Hydra, and then that is going to be game 1. And whilst we're getting shuffled up for game 1, I want to say a big old thank you to everyone that has been supporting the channel. Obviously going into EX9 now. Still got a little bit left from the BT21 local. I think we've got like 2 rounds left of that, but I'll be interspersing that with what we've got left of EX9. Thanking everyone that's been supporting the channel. Of course, we've got the Mega Josh, and Ultimate here on YouTube, a tier 3 on Twitch. Can't forget the GOAT, for real. Omnimon Incarnate. Then for our ultimates, the Tommy NT, Tommy Tricks on the Sticks, True Strikeful, Brad, King of Knights, Matthew Bowen, and Sacred Armour. And a big thank you to our champions as well. I think we're going to be getting the full 3 games, so we'll talk of them by name later. But first, we're going to see a 2-cost Evo with a full blue stack up to the Kiwimon, and then it's going to be a Greymon and Analog Youth to pass the turn. Again, it's a shame that we didn't see any training, because training would have like extended the value just a little bit more if we'd gone training in the back, get that extra load up, and then Analog Youth in the back before doing that. Either way, we're going to see the Flora with the Search, and then a Wind Guardians to pass over. Start of main, load up with the Analog, and then use it to draw 1, gain a memory. And so we're going to evolve into the Megadramon. Okay. Although the Megadramon, not having something next to it is a bit unfortunate, but get to use its effects. You could use its effect to get a pop, but we're just going to swing in. Doesn't go for the Evo into the Blitzcray, and instead just going to drop Protein to pass 2, which then with presumably a reboot, we're going to get to unsuspend, which is cute. Into the Terapyamon. Still has enough memory to be able to kind of go for it. I'm going to get the stun, and then this is going to be the suspension, and then Digivolve 2. So it takes us all the way back down to an Agumon. And we do have Vortex, so we can just swing in with the puppet. So, but instead we're just going to get the bot deck on the suspended body. In the back. And again, not training here. Would have been a great way to just get an extra source underneath, but we're just going to slam the Agumon in the front. He's going to pick up the Blitzcray, so I guess he would have lost out on the Blitzcray. Would have lost out on the Blitzcray if they'd training, but I mean, they're going to end up putting it as the face down source anyway for the Agumon, so would have lost that card anyway. But there's little things, like it's round 1 of the first time that a lot of people are resolving these cards in person for the first time, so mistakes bound to happen, but little optimizations to be made. Marcia, though, making the GOAT. This time not with the DNA, instead just making him the simple style. And the Warhorn, as we are going to go in with the Vortex. So still getting to go like post through it, and it is going to be no piercing check. But the Woodmon gets to suspend to unsuspend the Cernu. I know Woodmon's a defensive card. Because the Cherry is the redirect. Either way, we're going to be going in with the Analog, getting the load up. So we're going to get that extra Memoir. Okay, so we're going to send the Blitzgreymon down again. Does get rid of the Cernu. And obviously because we had the puppet in the stack, there's a little bit of overflow to gain back. So we do actually get to keep turn this time. But it seems like... Ah, there we are. There's the Crescarurumon. But unfortunately going to bot deck the Cress. I know she is on Omni Ace, so I wonder if she's just holding a Cress already. Either way, going to get a suspension with the Cherrymon over the wood. This does have a piercing inherit, but obviously we're not big enough just yet. That said, though, we will have Vortex, so it being suspended means that a Griffinmon for the Evo is going to get us to be able to do what we need to get a lot of the value here, actually. Slam Parasol, and then we're going to Vortex through. But we get to actually evolve the Kiwi here. Do we have enough DP? Okay, yeah, we've got Alliance, so there we go, we can punch through. That's going to be piercing 2. There's another Cress. Yeah, playing on board against Wind Guardians, very similar to, as much as we're seeing a lot of blue cards on board right now, like it's still very green coded in its deck choicing. It wants to suspend you and then use the Vortex to actually like fight on board. It's how it pushes a lot of its damage, because obviously without a body on board, then the Vortex doesn't have a target to give you these like pseudo blitz piercing checks. And so we're just gonna slam the Woodmon to suspend the Gabu, and then we get to Vortex in, because of course Vortex is rush as well as attack a Digimon. So freshly played Woodmon can go in kind of aggro. We're gonna get the body underneath, and it looks like we didn't tap the Analog this time. So it's gonna be the Mill 2 with the Skull Greymon. And then add the Megidra, and now we're going to draw 1, game 1 off the Analog. So that works. I don't think there's aces you really have to respect in this. So you could maybe try and use protein to try and punch over some bodies here. Go Skull Greymon. But we're going to go for Crest instead. So we do get one body cleared, which is nice. The new Crescarumon Ace is Alliance, Blocker, and then return level 5 or lower, and then all turns when it would leave the battle. Other than by battle, which is why we didn't see it turn, it can do the Digivolve into Ultra-S in hand. So, I mean, I guess if we did have something bad happen to it, you could have kind of gone foolish with it. One of the interesting things about this line is it's when any of your level 6, including itself, would leave the battle other than by battle. So what you actually can do here is you can use the Mega Dramon Inherit to pop your own stack and then force the Ultra-S. Because unlike Partition, where it's like you can't be your own effects or battle, it's other than by battle. So very similar to what Machine Dramon will do is Machine Dramon will sometimes be single stack, pop its lowest level Digimon, which is itself, and then protect. But in this instance, you could use this to make Ultra-S, which is pretty cute. I'm going to have Fire Line and pop out of security, which means we do get to get the Garurumon played out for free. And it is going to get the load up underneath itself, and it's going to Source Strip the egg out of the Kiwimon. Kiwimon's still going to swing in. He's going to hit a Nume, swing in the last, and we do not have the defensive line to be able to do it, so that is going to be the game. But like I said, we're going to be playing a full 3, so we'll have some bonus games coming up.
Matrix Digivolution.
How's it going, gamers? Did you know I am a fellow gamer just like you? I love video games. I spend all my time playing nothing. I'm actually editing most of the time. But yeah, I used to stream a lot, and I've been backing up all of my stream stuff because Twitch is deleted, or is about to delete all of our old stream archives. So yeah, this is a little plug for the second channel, because we're now finally at the point where we can do a second channel. It's KnTElixar Archive, where you're going to get to see old backups of all of my full-time streaming days, and if I want to do content that's not Digimon related, some other projects are going to be on there to do with like fighting game stuff, speed running, basically anything that I would have previously put on this channel but no longer would because it's a Digimon channel now. So yeah, links will be in the description for the second channel, KnTElixar Archive. I'd appreciate it if you went and took a look at some of what I've been putting up there. Pokemon should be on there for Mystery Dungeon, playing through all of that, and I'm really proud of the Mega Man Battle Network 6 video that's going to be on there. So yeah, go take a look at what I was doing before I became a Digimon YouTuber, and hopefully you find some fun there. Thanks. And whilst we are getting shuffled up, I do want to say a big thank you to everyone that's been supporting the channel. Again, our champions get access to bonus content from the podcast 1 month early. Got Shinikari, Coffee Day, SDHM, Solo Ouroboros, Andy Fink, Squidita, Benji Gibber, Thomas Yates, Kenneth Smith, Marta FGC, Donkey, Allforce Magna, Kragan Security, Kava, Stephen Holdren. And we do have some new rookies. Well, we got a bunch of rookies and Digi-Eggs that support the channel. Rookies a little bit more, but Digi-Eggs for as little as £1 a month. The newest one is Chris Polkas. So thank you for joining the channel. If you want to join the growing list of names, you can do so by hitting the join button. But yeah, we're going to be going into what would be a new like best of 3, but we'll see how much time they actually have to go through from this. Looking like it's probably going to be a singular game. What version DM deck are you looking most interested into playing for it? And yeah, Marcio mentioning that you can training in the back, so it does make a huge difference, as we are going to get that free training as an action on the rookie, and then we're going to have the File Island come through. And it looks like he's missing a rookie, but Davis is going to find a blue and a green. So we'll take the blue as the Griffinmon and green as the rookie with the memory setter. Choosing to push up here. And we're going to go into the Garurumon. Garurumon, then just going to play the analog. Honestly, I think I would have still preferred to stay in the back here. You're probably not getting punished because Marcio missed the rookie. And now you, I guess, get to hatch a new rookie. Either way, we're going to get the start of main load up from the analog, but it would have been nice maybe to stay in the back. I mean, no training on this Agumon because it's a searcher, but we are going to get to go into the Skull Greymon, and then Mill 2 does lose the Blitzgray there, but get to add the Blitzgray back. Nice little bit of recursion. I'm just going to play a second analog youth this time. And yeah, Marcio choosing not to push out because he realizes that if he tries to play aggro into this, the crest has been revealed and it will bot deck a 5, so it would have to try and make a 6. So rather than kind of like trying to play for like a dirty push, instead is just going to go for double Jade to just set up for next turn. Like, you're looking at 7 memory. But speaking of 7 memory, up to 5 off of the analog. Kind of surprised we didn't push out the extra rookie. Thought that maybe he would have been of some use. Okay, no, the Agumon does have training. So we could have been, I think we're 1 turn of training behind, but doesn't matter that much. Gonna have the meat come down and then Greymon for 2. And then we're being a little bit greedy about the ace, I want to say. And we're going to have the tie-in map, the newest tie-in map. But we are going to push up here. So as much as you want to evolve for 0, if you don't ever get the chance to evolve, that does kind of cause some problems. Didn't choose to crack the boost, but we are going to get a suspension into the Skullgray. As a reminder, the analogs do give reboot, which is why we're able to have a target to suspend again. And now we can alliance for 2. Yeah, because the Griffin would allow us to go in for alliance. So even if we lose the terriermon, you're still going to get the DP. Oh, we're going to get the Evo into the puppet, which gets the D-Digivolve. Yeah, so, I mean, no matter how you did this, it would have been kind of awkward. Because if you'd gone into the ace, that would have been extra overflow memory that just shows up. But still, losing the full stack is very, very unfortunate. Going to get reboot on both of these guys. So we do active. We're going to push up. Start of main. We get to load 2 different sources here. So gain 2. Isn't it also draw? Yeah, there we go. And then we're going to go into the Skull Greymon. And then add back a Blitz. And then meet. Basically training for DM. Going to go into the Blitz Greymon for 1. And then get the D-Digivolve, get the memory back. And then Manti gives us the extra. So here's another instance where if we have the other ace and actually do have the Alterus, we'll kind of get to go crazy. I actually want to look at the Skull Greymon's inherit. Because the new one is probably very, very cool. Oh, it's an undeletion. Okay. So not really going to help us too aggressively in this situation. But Analog Man to come down in case we slam aces. I mean, it's a memory setter, I guess, is kind of like the thing that you're really using this for. In one aspect, she's kind of ahead right now. But Vortex Warriors are mostly going to be... They're mostly going to be trying to play for battle because it's Vortex. Yeah, you'll get a little bit of removal from D-Digivolve. Yes, when the Griffin swings, the Griffin is going to get some extra like value. We do have Vortex now as well, so it can be done at combat step. So I actually thought we were going to evolve into the 5. But, ooh, that's cute. Goes for the Griffin. And then uses the Dera to unsuspend, and then uses the Alliance to suspend the Dera in order to give us the value. Does get to swing into the Nume, but it looks like we've ran out of time as we get ready for round 2. If you did like seeing what you saw and are looking forward to seeing more, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. We got the last of BT21 and the start of EX9 up for grabs, so make sure to drop into the Discord if you haven't already. If today's your birthday, then happy birthday. And as always, have yourselves a damn good one.